time of supply of goods, services. In goods, time of supply under forward charge mechanism, reverse charge mechanism. C, time of supply services, and when what is the time of supply? If there is a change in rate of GST, this much, that means total 5 items or 5 subtopics kind of a thing we need to understand. Goods RCM, service RCM almost same except days difference. Forward charge of service, forward charge of goods is also same except days. Okay, minute alterations you need to make it. TOS we call it as time of supply, capital letter TOS. Okay, time of supply, determine the rate of tax, value and due dates for the payment of taxes. Liability to pay tax arises. Time of supply of forward charge mechanism, reverse charge, voucher and all other. You will get the determination of time of supply 1 marks or 2 marks of this voucher. Very easy. Okay. This is section 12 of CGST Act. Time of supply in case of forward charge mechanism, FCM. Time of supply in case of FCM. Time of supply earlier of the following date. Earlier of the following dates. Okay. They have not mentioned goods. Okay. This is time of supply with respect to goods under forward charge. Time of supply under goods of forward charge. This one we are studying. Any of these 3 events, whichever is the earlier one, that will be treated as time of supply. We will do some numerics also. Date of actual invoice. Date of actual invoice. Invoice date. Okay. Or the date on which he is required under section 31 to issue the invoice with respect to supply. First one, A, B, C. Date of invoice or due date of issue of invoice. That is 31st day on the date of supply. 31st day. Don't link with this 31 days. This is section, that is day. Okay, the last date on which he is required under section 31 to issue the invoice with respect to the supply. 31st day or 30th day, normally we call it as excluding the date of supply 30 days, including date of supply 31st day. The date on which the supplier receives the payment. Date of payment. Of these 3, whichever is the earlier one, earlier event will be the time of supply of goods with respect to forward charge. Okay. See, please understand, there is nothing. You guys need to understand the provisions. They will be given the dates. You need to apply that provision with respect to the dates mentioned. Only that much you have to do. It is not the, what do you call, plus minus, those kind of stuffs. No. It is only identification. Identification. Okay. Okay. Date of supply. 12th June 2023. You have made a supply on 12th June 2023. You issue the invoice, date of invoice. July. You issue the invoice 10th July. Date of payment, you receive the payment on 3rd August. Tell me, what is the date of time of supply in this case?
12th June, sir.
How?
10th July, sir.
How?
The date of invoice is 10th July.
This is A. This is A, B, C. This one also you need to consider. 31st day from 10th June. What is the 31st day from this date? What is that date comes? Within 30 days you need to 12th July. Out of these three, which is the earlier event?
10th July.
10th July is the time of supply. Understood? Same thing. In this case, in this case, 10th June. 10th June only time of supply. In this case,
3rd July, sir.
3rd July. Are you guys getting now? In this case, in this case, 12th July. 12th July is the time of supply. Are you guys understanding now? They give these dates with respect to a case. how the problems comes. Like this. Like this, they give the problem. They give the dates. With respect to the events attached to that, they give the dates. You need to identify date of invoice is when, date of payment is what, due date, when they should have issued the invoice, date of supply, all these things. You plot in the question answer, see which one is the earlier date, put that one as date of supply. Whatever the format they give the question, these 4 elements should be there in your answer sheet to fix the time of supply.
Sir, but the study materials say date of receipt of payment is not relevant for determining the time of supply itself.
I will come.
Yeah.
I will come back to that. Date of payment is relevant. Okay. One. Right?
Yes, sir.
See. You receive advance payment for the supply of goods after 4 months, assume. Today you receive the advance you receive for the supply of goods after 4 months. With respect to goods, please remember, with respect to goods, if any advance payment is received, it will not be considered as date of payment. Once the supply is done, that day will be taken it as date of payment. When the date of supply will happen, that day will be considered as date of payment in case of advance. With respect to goods, when it comes to service, I will tell you. With respect to goods, advance amount is not liable to GST. Understood? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. With respect to goods, there are few things. Okay. I request you guys to concentrate on this. The other things are straightforward. Where the supply involves movement of goods. Movement of goods means what? From one place to another place it needs to be carried. The goods. Then invoice must be issued on or before the time of removal. Before the removal of the goods, you should issue the invoice. Okay. Where the supply doesn't involve movement of goods. For this, for one example, if you order some goods online, before it is removed for dispatch, he has to generate the invoice. Amazon, Flipkart, wherever you order goods, it involves movement from one place to another place, right? In that case, invoice has to be generated before or at the time of removal. Where the goods doesn't involve movement, that means, have you guys gone to Big Bazaar, supermarket, any supermarket, Mantri Mall, Orion Mall? Have you guys bought any goods, dress, makeup sets, belt,
Yes.
perfumes. When they issue the bill, when they issue the bill to you,
After the checkout, sir.
after the checkout. After the checkout, if they issue, you guys will run away. Will you pay bill before the checkout or at the time of checkout? Is it not? ನೀವು ಈಚೆ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡ್ತೀವ, ಓಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಸಿಗದಾರಂಗ್ ಓಡ್ತೀವಿ.
During checkout, yes.
I am just kidding. At the time you check out, you go to the counter. They will give the invoice. Bill is nothing but invoice. Please see from next time onwards. They will mention the GST. Okay. They give the bill. You make the payment. Then what is the time of supply? Time of supply payment to same time ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Invoice date to same time ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Earlier of these two, both one and the same. Time of supply will be the date when the goods are handed over to you. On or before the delivery of the goods to the recipient is the invoice you should issue. In case of continuous supply, today you give me 100 units, next month you give me 50 units, next to next month you give me another 150 units, like that. Continuously it is in order. It will be supplying continuously. In that case, before or at the time of issuance of periodical statement or receipt of periodical payment. That means when there is a continuous supply, in that case, whenever you submit the bill for the payment, that day will be the time of supply. I mean to say, you need to issue the invoice that day. Periodical statement is nothing but invoice. When goods are supplied on approval for sale or return basis. Have you guys heard this? In Flipkart or Amazon, there is a return policy also there, no? You can return the goods within 10 days. Normally they would have mentioned that. In companies, what happens? The product, when you supply, you can supply it on return basis, return or approval basis. The other party who buys the product, if they are satisfied with the quality and all other dimensions, everything, they can keep. Then it will be treated as supply. If they return that one, they should return within 6 months from the date of removal. If they do not give any confirmation, either they are returning or they are keeping, on the expiry of 6 months, the very next day will be you should issue the invoice, or you should treat that supply has been made. What is the expiry date on the removal? 6 months from the date of removal. Okay. Goods sent on sale or approval on 1st August 23. No confirmation received till the end of 1st March 24. Time of supply. When is the time of supply in this case? When is the time of supply?
September 23.
Six months from this date. When it expires, 6 months from 1st August. 1st August to September, October, November, December, January, February. That means February end. 1st March 24 will be time of supply. Are you guys understanding right? Yes or no?
So the supply is the date that is after 6 months from the date, not the
Yes.
date of delivery, isn't
Yes, yes. When you send the goods on approval basis,
it? Yeah.
on approval, that
Yes,
means
sir.
he can return back. In that case, on the expiry of 6 months, you should issue the invoice. If you issue the invoice, means that day become the earlier date of issue of invoice and date of payment. No,
Correct.
that date itself is the time of supply. Assume that he gives the confirmation on 2nd March, 2nd April. 3rd April he makes the payment. That means 1st March or 3rd April, whichever is earlier, 1st March. You should make the GST payment in the month of April of the March sales. Understanding, guys? Everything will be given. You need to apply the provision. That's it. Yeah. Till now, it was very easy going. I'm making this statement, keeping in view that you guys have understood. Okay. Can you guys pass the journal entry for this? On credit, on 3rd January 23, you sold goods to ABC Limited of rupees 20,000 plus 2,400 GST. That means 1,200 CGST, 2,200 SGST. Can you guys please pass the journal entry for me? What is the date? 3rd August 23. When you pass the journal entry, you will pass the journal entry ABC Limited,
Debit to sales account.
debit to, how much you will debit? 22,400 you will debit including GST to sales credit 20,000 to CGST receivable 1,200 SGST receivable 1,200 total. It should match. Okay, it is matching. What is the date when you supply, what is the date? 3rd August. Okay. He did not make the payment. Assume he did not make the payment, and you will not show that you have the sale has also happened. Why? You are selling to ABC Limited, who is your friend. You guys need to understand the things here. ABC Limited is your friend. You made a sale to him. Him means his company worth rupees 22,400, 20,000 value of goods, 1,200 GST, SGST, 1,200 CGST. You did not record, you recorded the sales after 2 months date you put. Instead of putting 3rd August, you make a entry 23rd December. Are you guys understanding? You should have made an entry on 3rd August, but you will not make the entry on 3rd August. Instead, you make the entry on 23rd December, stating that you made a sales to ABC Limited. Okay. Now tell me, why I will postpone the entry here? What is the intention? Why I will not make the entry here? Instead, I will make the entry here. Why?
So that I can pay the tax later.
Pay the tax later. You can defer the tax later. Why? Because once you make the entry here, your time of supply arises because date of invoice becomes the earlier event than the date of payment. Then you will have to make the GST payment of 1,200, 2,400 out of your pocket. Yes or no? These are all the practical things you need to understand. I'm telling all these things, okay? Please answer. Have you guys understood what is the intention of postponing, deferring the date of entry? To postpone or defer the payment of tax. Understood? Yes or no? Okay. And ABC Limited, you will write it as ABC Limited has made the payment on 6th November. It makes the payment. You will record it as you received the cash. Debit to ABC Limited. Credit. Now tell me, is this payment received before the supply with respect to goods? Is it liable to GST?
It amounts to advance payment and may not be liable.
It is not liable to GST. Okay. Assume that instead of this one, you will record the entry in the books as in December. You have received the normally in goods it will not work. Still I am taking advance is taxable assume for a second. For a second, advance is taxable assume. You will just record in the books on 16th December. Okay? You will deposit the check in the bank. It will realize the deposit. I will give two examples I will take. Fourth December, he has given the check initially. You have deposited and it has credited in the bank on 4th December. In the another case, you received the check on 16th only. You deposit the check in the bank and it realized on 28th December. Supply is 3rd. Assume that this is the date on which you record in your books as you have received. But credit in the bank in the first situation. Situation 2. Situation 1. In the first situation, he has given the check well before 16th December or 4th December. Assume at the end of November he has given the check to you. You did not deposit the check in the bank. You did not make the entry also during the month of November, because once you make the entry, obviously you will have to make the payment. What you have done, you have postponed the deposit of the check also. Okay? Assume. In this case, you need to consider these two dates. The date of payment, please understand this one. This is the crucial one. Date of payment will be date of book entry or date of credit in the bank, whichever is earlier. Date of book entry only with respect to payment. Date of book entry, this date, or date of credit in the bank, in this case this one, whichever is earlier will be taken it as date of payment. Okay, now tell me, in these two cases, which is the date of payment? In these two cases, which is the date of payment? 16th December, 4th December. What I told, date of payment will be date of book entry or date of credit in the bank, first situation. Whichever is earlier, out of these two, which is the earlier one?
Situation 1, 4th December. In situation 2, 16th December.
First situation, 4th December becomes your date of payment. What the provision says, time of supply, date of invoice or date of payment, whichever is earlier. In this case, date of invoice is 23rd December. Date of payment is 4th December. Out of these two, whichever is earlier, which date?
4th December.
4th December, then this becomes time of supply. Are you guys understanding? In the second situation, since the entry is 16th December, date of entry in the books or date of credit in the bank, whichever is earlier out of these two, Which is the earlier one?
16th December.
16th December.
16th December.
16th December. This one. 28th December. Whichever is earlier, 16th December becomes your time of supply. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Explanation 2. For the purpose of clause B. Clause B means I think this one. They haven't given clause at all. Okay. See. Where the date of receipt of payment is relevant in determining the time, same thing have been given in 2 lines. That's it. The same thing they are given in 2 lines in bullet point. Okay. Determining time of supply of goods, such date would be considered to be the earlier of date of credit in the entity's bank account, date of credit as reflected in the bank statement, date on which the payment is recorded in the books of accounts of the supplier. Okay. Normally in case of goods, date of supply has no relevance. Why? Because if you pay in advance, it is not chargeable to tax. Once you issue the invoice, date of issue will be always be earlier than the date of payment. Even if you receive the same date or next day, invoice date will become relevant. Hence, date of payment with respect to goods is not that much relevant. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
This is, I don't know why they are given. This will comes with respect to advance, because there is no advance payment for the goods. Tax will not be there. This applies to services. Okay. Please give emphasis on these terms. Credit means what? In your terminology, if any payment or salary is to be received from the employer, how will you check? How will you check with the HR? Salary credit aita. You guys will ask like that, no?
Bank statement, sir.
I mean, if they credit the same thing directly to the bank, what will you ask? Has the salary been processed or salary been credited? Otherwise, you check your bank account whether it has credit. Credit means what? Deposit. That means receipt. Why I am telling all these things? In reverse charge and other places, there may be debit may come. You need to have clear distinction what it is. Okay, I will stop it here. We will continue with the other things of the goods. We will do this problem. Shall we do this problem and close?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next RCM. We will do this problem and close. See, Antra Limited supplied goods to Mantra Limited. Antra Mantra. Under a contract for the under a contract for the goods to be delivered to the factory of the Antra. What is this? Is this meaning conveying anything? Antra supplied goods to Mantra. That means who is the supplier here?
Antra.
Antra. Under a contract for the goods to be delivered to the factory of which
Mantra, actually.
Mantra ಬರಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. The goods were removed from the factory of Antra. This is correct. On when they have removed? 9th September 22. And the goods were delivered to the factory of Mantra on which date? 16th. 16th September they delivered to the Mantra factory. The invoice was issued. Eighteenth. Date of invoice is what?
18 September.
18 September. In case of movement, when they should have issued invoice, where there is an involvement of movement of goods, when they should have issued the invoice,
16 September.
involves movement. When?
On or before at the time of removal of the goods.
On or before. That means when they are removed,
16th September.
when they are removed,
9th September.
9th September they have removed. That means this is the one date. Due date of issue of invoice is 9th September. Date of issue of invoice is 18th September. The payment was credited to Antra account on 20th October, although the entry is 19th September. There are many things now. Due date, date of invoice, date of book entry, date of credit. Okay, these two is one. This is 9th. September, 18th September, 9th September, 18th September, credit 20th October, entry 19th September. 19th September, date of credit 20th October. First, fix the date of payment. You need to get one out of these two, which is the earlier one.
19th September.
19th September is date of payment. You cannot juggling with two dates. You have to have one date. 19th September is the date of payment. Date of invoice is what? 18th September. Okay? If you blindly assume that if this is not there, which one you would have taken as date of time of supply in these two cases?
18th September.
18th September you would have taken. Since you should have issued the invoice before or on or before the removal, 9th September, then this and this becomes irrelevant. 9th September becomes your time of supply. Understood?
But in earlier problem, we had taken 31 days from that date. No? That is in
No.
what occasion?
If no invoice has been issued,
Okay.
you should issue within 30th day from the date of supply.
Okay.
If invoice has been issued, you should take that invoice date. If invoice has been issued beyond 31 days, in that case also you should take when it is been issued. But in the provision it says before removal. The maximum day is 31 days. Maximum day. If you do not issue invoice at all, you should take it as 31st day from the date of supply as date of invoice. It is deemed to be date of issue of invoice. Okay guys, in the next class, in next Sunday, we will start with RCM of goods, page number 741. Any doubt? Any doubt to anyone? Are you guys understanding or finding it difficult?
Understanding, sir.
Okay. Okay guys, if there is nothing, shall we close?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.